Hello, 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 hello. Good morning. Please all rise for the entrance of our City Vice Mayor and Presiding Officer.
Session is now called to order.
Honorable roll call. Honorable Gabriel H. Bordado Jr., City Vice Mayor and Presiding Officer. Present, Honorable Elmer Baldimoro. Present, Honorable Jesse Albios. Absent, Honorable Gil Rosales. Present, Honorable Vito Borja II, sick leave. Honorable Hilda Gail Abunal Gomez. Present, Honorable Melvin Ramon Buenape. Present, absent, Honorable Wilfredo Jude Jokno. Present, Honorable Francisco Mendoza. Present, Honorable Alan Rees Makaraik. Absent, Honorable David Casper Nathan Serio. Present, Honorable Maria Corazon Peñaflor. Present, Honorable Jepson Romeo Felix. Absent. Sir, we have a quorum.
The chair declares the presence of a quorum.
Next is a prayer.
In the name of the Father, of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Dear Lord, as we deliberate in today's session, give us the wisdom to overcome passion.
Give us the wisdom to overcome passion.
Give us that understanding heart to do away with prejudice.
Give us that understanding heart to do away with prejudice.
Give us the foresight to know what the future may devise.
Give us the foresight to know what the future may devise.
Give us the courage and strength to seek the truth in what is good.
Give us the courage and strength to seek the truth and what is good.
Give us the facility of language that we may be understood.
Give us the facility of language that we may be understood.
And finally, our Lord,
Make
us worthy public servants of the city.
Make us worthy public servants of the city.
We deeply love and highly honor
We deeply love and highly honor
Naga City, the heart of Bicol. Amen.
Naga City, the heart of Bicol.
Amen.
Next is the pambansang awit.
Bayang magiliw, handa awit.
Bayang magiliw, pes ng silanganan, alap ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, luyang ng magitik, sa manlulupi, di ka pasisiip, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bukaw. May dilag ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislap ng matawat mo'y tagumpay na nagninig. Ang bituin at araw ng kaya pamay pinagdidilig. Lupa ng araw ng aking pagsinta. Buhay langit sa piling mo sa aming kaya ng pag may mag-aapit. Ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo. The Bicol region, culture and history, you call to mind. Symbols of the rarest nature, a tree, a river, and a shrine. Sing your songs, we hear your voices, in church, in streets, and marketplace, in campus, river, noise, shapes our lives, and heals our day. Stars that we will have, the seated ones, the crowded night and dawn, the sea for years of promise plenty, peace the cathedrals of God. Sister City, Queen of
Good morning. We wish to acknowledge the presence of Honorable Jesse Albios. Next item, please.
Next is the privilege time.
Any privileged speech from the members of the council? Yes. Councilor David Casper Nathan Serio.
Mr. Presiding Officer, Honorable Gabriel Hidalgo Bordado Jr., my dear colleagues in the Sangguniang Panlungsod, mga bisita, sa gabos na nagenyos na yaonig di, nakantabay o nagdadangog o nagdadalan, marahil na daw po. I rise today with pride and gratitude to congratulate the Liga ng mga Barangay of Naga City, led by its the Honorable Maria Corazon Magat Ñaflor, for the successful conduct of the State of the League address. What happened yesterday was historic, but more importantly, it was deeply meaningful to the people. For the first time in the Philippines, barangay leaders came together not just to attend a meeting, but to account, to reflect, and to speak with one voice about the life of our communities. This is governance brought closer to the people. Because the truth is this: nation building begins in the barangay. It begins when a punong barangay listens to a mother worried about her child's schooling, when a kagawad responds to a family in crisis, when barangay officials keep the peace, protect the vulnerable, and hold the community together, often with limited resources but with great heart. The barangay is where government is not abstract. It is felt. It is where leaders are known by name, where service is immediate, and where accountability is personal. And the Liga ng mga Barangay is the collective voice that carries the everyday realities from the streets and homes of our people to the larger vision of the city and the nation. By holding the State of this Liga address, the Liga of Naga City reminded us that progress is not measured only by big projects, but how well we care for our people, barangay by barangay. To our punong barangays and barangay officials, you are the frontliners of democracy. Your daily struggle and small victories are the building blocks of a stronger Naga and a stronger Philippines. May this pioneering effort inspire other local governments across the country. And may we, in this august body, continue to stand with our barangays. Because when the barangay is strong, the people are strong, and so is the nation. May I therefore propose that a congratulatory resolution be passed today, and we pass it on joint and collective motion. Marahinal daw po sa gabos and Diyos mamados.
Thank you, Councilor Nathan Serio. Congratulations, Councilor and Barangay Captain Maria Corazon Peñaflor, the President of the Liga ng mga Barangay in Naga City. Arguably, that was the first ever State of the Liga address, not only here in the Bicol region, but in the entire country, according to the national president herself of the Liga ng mga Barangay. Again, congratulations, Councilor Peñaflor. Any other privileged speech? We proceed to the next item, please.
Approval of the minutes of business, order of business.
Minutes.
Councilor Rosales?
Mr. Chairman, may I move to dispense with the reading of the 11th and the 19th regular session of the 15th Sangguniang Panlungsod and move for their approval.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Next item, please.
Mr. Chairman, may I also dispense with the reading of the order of business for today and move for the inclusion of the following items. Under special business and order, as item number 6, marked as urgent by the City Mayor, is a request for the passage of a resolution authorizing the City Mayor to enter, negotiate, and sign a memorandum of agreement with Phil7 Foundation Incorporated relative to the provision of one brand new vehicle that will be utilized as a mobile daycare facility with educational materials and school supplies. As item number 7, under SPO, also marked as urgent by the City Mayor, is a request for the passage of an ordinance extending the deadline for the renewal of business permits without imposition of penalties until January 23, 2026. Sa item number 8, the subject matter of the privileged speech of the Honorable Nathan Serio congratulating the Liga ng mga Barangay of Naga City. And last, under special business and order, is a proposed resolution sponsored by the Honorable Elmer S. Valdemoro, congratulating and commending the Naga Central School 1 Vocals Choir for being the champion in the Children's Choir category and placing second in the Folklore category in the International Choir Festival and competition held last January 15 to 19, 2026 in Kobe, Japan. And just handed to me this morning, Mr. Chairman, is a
That will be
resolution,
under unfinished business?
also under special business in order. I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
This is a request of Barangay San Felipe for the passage of a Sangguniang Panlungsod resolution expressing support for the construction of a multi-purpose covered court and a building amounting to 7 million pesos earmarked by the Department of Public Works and Highways. I was told just this morning, Mr. Chairman, the resolution and endorsement from the Sangguniang Panlungsod is one of the requisites
Okay.
for the implementation of the project. Under unfinished business, Mr. Chairman, as item number 8, report from the Committee on Ways and Means.
Committee on
Ways and Means.
Ways and Means.
As item number 9, report of the Committee on Organizational Development and Review. As
Committee on Organizational Development.
As item number 10, the Committee on Health and Nutrition's report. As item number 11, the report of the Committee on Appropriations. And as item number 12, a letter from the branch manager of Bicolandia Drug Corporation or Mercury Drug Camarines Sur, Naga City, Peña, Francia, pertaining their comments to the proposed ordinance.
From what particular group?
The bridge fill program. This pertains to the bridge fill program, which is a proposed ordinance pending with the Committee on Health, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Under new business, Mr. Chairman, as item number 7, the annual budget of the Sangguniang Kabataan of Barangay Bagong Bayan Norte. Item number 12, the annual budget of Barangay Concepcion Pequeña for 2026. With the inclusions as proposed, Mr. Chairman, I move for the approval of the order of business.
Second.
Any objection? Councilor Baldimoro?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, with the indulgence of the Chairman of the Committee on Rules, may I request that item number 6 of the new business be transferred under special business or order. This pertains to the letter of City Fire Marshal requesting for a passage of an ordinance appropriating the share of the city government from the fire code fees collected for the years 2015, 2016, and 2023, and the balance for the year 2014, 2015, and 2020.
So item number 6 of the new business be transferred to the special business order.
No
Reaction from the chairman of the Committee on Rules?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, no objection.
Okay, thank you. So that will be item number 13. So any further comment? Yes, Councilor Mendoza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. With the indulgence of the Chair of the Committee on Rules, related to the inclusion under SBO of that letter from the Bureau of Fire Protection, may I also request inclusion under SBO, a proposed resolution setting the procedure to be observed by the Naga City Fire Station to expedite the appropriation of the 20% LGU share of the fire code fees. This is in relation to the previous item included under SBO, Mr. Chair.
So that will form part of the SBO.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Item number 14. Councilor Rosales?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, so any other comment?
May I also include under unfinished business the report of the joint public hearing conducted by the Committee on Ways and Means and Committee on Agriculture.
Report of the joint public hearing.
Public hearing.
Again, Councilor Rosales?
Under unfinished business, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. So any other comment?
Likewise, Mr. Chair, likewise, the inclusion under new business of a proposed ordinance institutionalizing a functional disaster risk reduction and management in health system in Naga City. This is related to the universal health care program of the city, Mr. Chair. Under new business.
New business. The creation of
Disaster risk reduction management for health system in the city.
Okay, thank you. So, no other comment? So, the motion is approved. Next item, please.
Next item is the order of business, reading and approval of
By the way, I wish to acknowledge the presence of Councilor Aris Macaraig.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Next is the special order of business. The proposed resolution authored by the Honorable Jesse Albios congratulating and commending John Andre Bricio, a proud Nagueño from Barangay Concepcion Grande, for his outstanding achievement in the Banda International Junior Science Olympiad during the STEM Ahead 2025 finals held in Shenzhen, China in December 2020.
Councilor Albios.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. In the recently concluded Banda International Junior Science Olympiad held in Shenzhen, China on December 13 to 17, 2025, a proud Nagueño and a resident of Barangay Concepcion Grande, John Andre Brescio, student of the Philippine Science High School, Bicol Region Campus, won gold medal in the individual category and bronze in the team category, bringing honor and pride not only to himself and his family, but also to his school and the city of Naga. So with this, may I move for a passage of a resolution congratulating and commending John Andre Brescio on joint and collective motion, Mr. Chair.
on joint and collective motion. Next item, please.
The next is a letter dated January 14 from the City Mayor's Office requesting for an authority to enter into, negotiate, and sign the memorandum of agreement with Bicol Medical Center relative to the continuity of care and efficient referral mechanism of healthcare provider networks.
Any comment? Yes, Councilor Gail Abunal Gomez. By the way, let me acknowledge first the presence of Casureco 2 Board President Wilson De Castro, Finance Manager Annabel Cleopas, and Bookkeeper Maria Nerissa Peña Redondo. Welcome to the Sangguniang Panlungsod. My goodness, I already acknowledge the presence of Councilor Aris Macaraig. Proceed, Councilor Gail Abunal Gomez.
Yes, Mr. Chair, the Healthcare Providing Networks, or HCPN, has long been a partner of the BMC in providing individual health care services. So, Mr. Chair, may I move that we we grant the request of the City Mayor to enter into, negotiate, and sign a memorandum of agreement with the Bicol Medical Center for this purpose, Mr. Chair. So moved, Mr. Chair.
Any reaction? Yes, Councilor Mendoza.
I just have a question. Maybe we can invite somebody from the City Health Office, because under Section 1.2.8,
Okay, I am directing the security officer to invite a representative coming from the City Health Office. So in the meantime, we will defer discussion of this matter.
thank you, Mr. Chair.
Next item, please.
Next is a letter dated January 14 from the Office of the City Mayor requesting for an authority to enter into, negotiate, and sign the memorandum of agreement with the Metropolitan Naga Water District relative to the turnover of the water line extension projects located at Liberty Village Settlement, Sitio San Rafael, Cararayan, the city.
Any reaction or comment? Yes, Councilor Aris Macaraig.
Mr. Chair, good morning. I move that the City Mayor be given authority to enter into, negotiate, and sign a memorandum of agreement with the MNWD relative to the turnover of water line extension project located at Liberty Village, San Rafael, Cararayan. On the an inspection report by the City Engineering Office be also submitted to the Sangguniang Panlungsod Office prior to signing the agreement, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Next item, please.
Next is a letter dated January 14 from the Office of the City Mayor requesting an authority to enter into, negotiate, and sign the memorandum of agreement with Helen Keller International relative to the implementation of the project entitled Improving Access to Essential 1,000-Day Intervention in Disadvantaged Communities in 5 barangays of Naga City.
Any comment or reaction? Councilor Gail Abunal Gomez.
Yes, Mr. Chair, this is pertaining to a program provided by the Helen Keller International to 5 barangays in our city, namely Cararayan, Concepcion Grande, Concepcion Pequeña, Calawag, and Del Rosario. We ask why these 5 barangays, Mr. Chair, because from our records, these 5 barangays have the highest prevalence of stunting and underweight among children 0 to 59 years old. So therefore, because this will be very beneficial and will actually augment our programs under the City Population and Nutrition Office, Mr. Chair, may I move that we grant the request of the City Mayor to enter into such agreement. So move,
Any
Mr. Chair.
second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Next is the proposed resolution authored by the Honorable Elmer Baldemoro designating Honorable Melvin Ramon Buenape, Chairperson of the Committee on Peace and Order and Public Safety and Committee on Transport of the Sangguniang Panlungsod of Naga as a member of the Naga City People's Law Enforcement Board.
Councilor Baldemoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, the People's Law Enforcement Board will be having a reorganization. And there will be a representative from the Sangguniang Panlungsod. So may I move, Mr. Chair, for passage of a resolution designating the Honorable Melvin Ramon Buenape, the Chairperson of the Committee on Peace and Order and Public Safety and the Committee on Transport of the Sangguniang Panlungsod as a member of the Naga City People's Law Enforcement on joint and collective motions.
Joint and collective.
And collective.
Next item.
Next item is a letter dated January 19 from the Office of the City Mayor, requesting for an authority to enter into, negotiate, and sign the Memorandum Agreement with Phil7 Foundation Incorporated relative to the provision of 1 unit of brand new customized vehicle that will be utilized as a mobile daycare facility with educational materials and school supplies.
Any reaction or comment from the members of the council? Councilor Baldemoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, the PIL7 Foundation Incorporated will donate to us one brand new vehicle to be utilized as a mobile daycare facility with educational materials and school supplies. With that, Mr. Chair, may I move for a passage of a resolution authorizing the City Mayor to enter into, negotiate, and sign the Memorandum of Agreement with the PIL7 Foundation Incorporated.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Next item, please.
Next is a letter dated January 19 from the Office of the City Mayor requesting for the passage of an ordinance extending the deadline for the renewal of business permits without the imposition of penalties until January 23.
Councilor Mendoza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Considering that there were calamities or events during the start of January which prevented the early opening of the BOS, there's a need to extend the deadline for the renewal of business permits, as well as the securing of the mayor's permit. So with that, Mr. Chair, may I move for the passage of an ordinance extending the deadline for the renewal of business permits without the imposition of penalties until January 23, 2026, as well as the extension of the deadline for securing the mayor's permit to February 6, 2026, likewise without the imposition of penalties. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Next item.
Next item is a resolution congratulating the Liga ng mga Barangay of Naga City led by its President, Honorable Maria Corazon Peñaflor, for the successful and historic conduct of the State of the Liga address and commending its role in strengthening grassroots democracy and people-centered governance.
Councilor Nathan Serio, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. As shown on the screen is the draft resolution, congratulatory resolution, Mr. Chair. And
On joint and collective motion.
if there's no more comment from the members, I move that we pass this on joint and collective motion.
Okay. Next item, please.
Another congratulatory resolution commending the Naga Central School 1 Vocal Choir for being the champion in the children's choir category and placing second in the National Choir Festival and competition held last 15 to 19 in Kobe, Japan.
Councilor Baldemoro.
May I move, Mr. Chair, on joint and collective motion?
Joint and collective motion. Next item, please.
And
Mr. Chairman,
next,
Reaction from Councilor Nathan Serio.
thank you. Do we have the names of the members of the choir? Nakasubmit po sa to si mga pangaran ken. Siguro we request the school na tangarig parte kang sa tuyang pigpasang resolution sa record ta. Si membro katong choir.
Okay,
Para
I am
po-
directing the Secretariat to get a list of the members of the choir. Next item, please.
next item is resolution of Barangay San Felipe, resolution approving and earnestly endorsing the resolution of Villa Karangahan Subdivision Homeowners Association for the construction of a covered multipurpose building, home evacuation center amounting to 7 million earmarked by the DPWH.
Councilor Rosales.
Mr. Chairman, may I move for the passage of a resolution on joint and collective motion expressing support and endorsing the construction of a covered multi-purpose building cum evacuation center at Villa Karangahan subdivision. The budget for that project is already in the General Appropriations Act for 2026.
Any second?
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Joint and collective, Mr. Chair.
We will do it on a joint and collective motion. Next item, please.
Next is a request from the BFP, Bureau of Fire Protection.
Yes, Councilor Baldemoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, this pertains to the request of the City Fire Marshal for a appropriation ordinance pertaining to the 20% share from the fire code fees collected by the Bureau of Fire Protection, and the 20% under the jurisdiction of the local government unit of Naga. So with that, Mr. Chair, may I move for a passage of an ordinance appropriating the amount of 5,520,680 pesos and 72 centavos, representing the fire code fees collected amounting to 3,936,178 pesos and 65 centavos by the Bureau of Fire Protection, Naga City Fire Station in fiscal years 2015, 2016, and 2023, and the amount of 1,584,502 and 7 centavos balance for the fiscal years 2014, 2015, and 2022 under the general fund to cover the procurement of equipment, repair, maintenance, and improvement of fire station facilities and fire prevention awareness program. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? A reaction from Councilor Mendoza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The obligation of the city, of the local government unit is to appropriate, and the act of appropriation requires certain steps. Number one, we cannot appropriate if a PPA or program project and activity is not in the investment program. Number two, it's not in the annual investment program. Likewise, there should be the compliance with the local budget preparation forms number 2 and number 4. We cannot just turn over the entire amount in lump sum to the BFP because the requirement is that we appropriate. That is the reason, Mr. Chair, that I proposed an ordinance following that item, wherein the steps to be followed by BFP is outlined in order for us to correctly appropriate the 20% fire code fees.
Reaction from Councilor Baldemoro.
Mr. Chair, could we approve the passage of an ordinance subject to the requirements set by the proposed ordinance or resolution by the Honorable Mendoza?
Will that be okay with you, Councilor Mendoza?
I am amendable, Mr. Chair. But the succeeding item showing the ordinance, the proposed ordinance, outlines the specific steps to guide the BFP. Maybe we can approve, but we also approve the succeeding proposed ordinance to guide the BFP.
Okay, so you are proposing the crafting of an ordinance?
The draft ordinance, Mr. Chair, is already submitted to the Secretariat in
Okay.
support of that request of the BFP.
Okay, thank you, Councilor Mendoza. Councilor Elmer Baldimoro. Yes, Councilor Aris Macaraig.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I would just like to inquire why the 2015, 16, and 2023 were not paid. Is that because of the same line of reasoning from Honorable Mendoza, Mr. Chair? Bakit dahil nabayaran si dati?
Can you answer that, Councilor Baldimoro? Or Councilor Mendoza, who was the former budget officer?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The reason for the delayed release of the amount is because also of the delayed downloading of the funds. Yan kayang 20% late na yan, nagluwas si batas. Ito mga prior years, medyo pigtitipon-tipon paninda. Even in the previous years, there were also prior years that were downloaded. So the delay is not because of us, it is because of the delay in downloading the funds.
Okay, will that be okay with you, Councilor Aris?
So they are not demanding for the share for fiscal years 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 2024. So does that mean, Mr. Chair, that these years, fiscal years, were paid?
Councilor Mendoza.
No. We were also surprised, Mr. Chair, when the notices were received by our office previously because the years indicated were not continuous. May mga gaps. Just like that, 2015, 16, and 2023. We just really follow kung ano man po si binababa sa tukang BFP. Kung nagbaba silang those years, then we make the corresponding appropriation. Let me just state, Mr. Chair, that under the law, the 20% of the fire code fees goes to the local government unit. That is the LGU share. But it must be appropriated by the LGU for the use of the BFP. So actually, ginibulan kitang conduit, itataw tamang giraray sa ida. Pero since the word is appropriation, we cannot just give the lump sum to them. They have to submit their investment program, their budget proposal, and then we appropriate detailing the specific accounts where they should be used. So that is the tenor of the succeeding ordinance. With that, Mr. Chair, may I request that we defer consideration of this item and then proceed with the next item because there may be a conflict if we already appropriate and then we set conditions in the latter ordinance.
So there is this motion, but we have that previous motion from Councilor Baldimoro.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Can you
there is a
withdraw
pending
that?
motion. No. My proposal is to approve the appropriation ordinance subject to the compliance with the stated provision of the ordinance submitted by the Honorable Mendoza.
So the motion stands.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Reaction, Councilor Aris Macaraig.
Yes, Mr. Chair. I would agree with the Honorable Mendoza because baka bayad na yan mga yan. There's no clearance from the City Budget Office. Maybe we could just refer this first to the committee and ask the Budget Office whether maski itong mga day nakalaag po dyan ng mga taon, are we ready to comply with them or are these already paid?
So in other words, you are suggesting that we invite the budget officer to attend the session now?
Yes, through a committee hearing for a more proper discussion, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So Councilor Baldimoro does not want to withdraw his motion. Any second to the motion of Councilor Baldimoro? Yes, Councilor Mendoza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'm amenable to the amended motion of Councilor Baldemoro. With due respect to Councilor Aris, we can proceed with that item with the amended motion.
So, yes, Councilor Rosales.
Mr. Chairman, in addition, I believe we must require the certificate of fund availability from the budget office. Because what we have here is the BFP telling us there's a budget downloaded to you. But we don't have a document saying from the city's side that there is indeed available fund for appropriation. So we can just appropriate.
So, in other words, we may as well invite the budget officer to clear up this thing.
Yes, yes.
Someone from the local finance committee, Mr. Chairman. But the requirement for appropriation is the certificate of fund availability.
Reaction from Councilor Baldemoro.
I am amenable, Mr. Chair, to the proposal of the Honorable Rosales. So we might as well as invite the city budget officer and the city accountant.
So we will defer this temporarily.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And then, may I direct the security officer to invite the budget officer to attend the session here? Mr. Security Officer, you are not listening. Please invite the budget officer to attend this session. And let me acknowledge the presence of the City Health Officer, Dr. Ronnie Amoranto. And we will go back to SBO item number 2. Madam Secretary, item number 2 of the special business or order.
Yes po. The letter dated January 14 from the City Mayor's Office requesting for an authority to enter into, negotiate, and sign the memorandum agreement with the Bicol Medical Center relative to the continuity of care and efficient referral mechanism of healthcare provider networks.
So the rules are suspended. Councilor Mendoza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. My query is about that particular section. May I request the
May I
Secretary.
request Dr. Amoranto to proceed to the rostrum?
the first party referring to BMC? Yes. The first party referring to BMC says that it will select the project site, which is Barangay Kararayan. Now, this memorandum of agreement is between the getting the BMC as city's apex hospital. And my question is, why only Barangay Kararayan? Why not the entire city?
Dr. Amoranto?
Ano lang naman to, preliminary lang naman to, because we are still preparing for the HCPN, the health provider system na referral. So actually nga ni ining ano na ni memorandum na ni dapat tignan first party, because we are requesting for the BMC to help us for the HCPN. This passage of memorandum na ito, dapat kaya itong lang allowing all the mayor to negotiate with BMC regarding the memorandum to be engaged in to BMC.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, reaction, Councilor Mendoza.
the text of the MOA does not state that this is a pilot undertaking covering only Barangay Kararayan. The usual practice, based on documents I've read, is that a healthcare provider network covers an entire locality. It can be the city, it can be the province, not a particular barangay. Now, if the intent is that this will only be a pilot
Pilot, yeah.
undertaking, then it should be stated, so stated in the, at least in the whereases, to clarify as to what the intent of the document is.
So we have to emphasize that this is a pilot project.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that correct, Dr. Amorando?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So we change the draft resolution and then underscore the fact that this is a pilot project. So motion for the approval of the resolution.
I yield to Councilor Gale. No more questions, Mr. Chair.
Councilor Gay Labunal Gomez, please.
Given that, Mr. Chair, may I now move for that we grant the request of the City Mayor for her to enter into such agreement with Bicol Medical Center. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Thank you,
Thank you,
Dr.
Your Honor.
Amorando. The rules are in force.
Next is the unfinished business. Item number 1 is the committee report of the Committee on Appropriation and Committee on Youth and Sports Development for the joint committee hearing held last January 14.
Mr. Chair, with
Yes, Councilor Mendoza.
with the due indulgence of the chair and this body, we have present here the officers of Casureco 2. My request inclusion likewise under SBO, a proposed resolution authorizing the city treasurer to accept the payment of Casureco 2 for the mayor's permit. This is in connection with their application for renewal of congressional franchise. In fact, the good Vice Mayor also sponsored a bill in the previous Congress on the franchise of Casureco 2. But as of now, it is still pending. And just for the information, the franchise of Casureco 2 expired last August last year. So there is an urgency that they be able to pursue their application. And one requirement is proof that they are actually operating. And one proof of that is a mayor's permit. The problem is that there is an issue whether they are entitled to real property tax exemption last year. So with that, Mr. Chair, may I move that we include under SBO that particular item?
So we will include this under SBO, and then we will come up with a resolution, because yes, you're correct. I filed a bill providing the Casureco 2 the necessary franchise, but the Committee on Franchises in the House of Representatives was not acting on that particular bill. I don't know what was the reason. So we will now come up with this resolution. Please, Councilor Mendoza.
Mr. Chair, this is a resolution authorizing the city treasurer. Just a background, Mr. Chair. The reason why we are doing this resolution, because the city treasurer is not accepting the payment of Casureco 2 for the reason that they have outstanding RPT real property tax last quarter of last year, as well as penalties and charges. So habang ako dahil din nagbabayad ang Casureco, and Casureco 2 is not paying because of a law granting them real property tax exemption. So may conflict. Ang CTO pinapanindugan itong issuance kang BLGF na nagsiset ng deadline pag-submit kang certificate of compliance. Ang sabi naman sa BLGF issuance, dapat by March 31 nakasubmit ang Casureco para ma-enjoy itong tax exemption. Kaso nakasubmit ang Casureco April na. Kaya dahil na pig-honor kang CTO itong tax exemption ninda. Pero sabi man kang Casureco 2, dahil mapig-prescribe kang batas si deadline. Kaya dahil man to material.
So
given
there
that
was a conflict.
there is a conflict in interpretation. So during the last committee hearing of the Committee on Ways and Means, it was agreed that we refer this to the DOJ for a third-party opinion. Pero in the meantime, considering nag-appointed ang mayor's permit, we need to authorize the city mayor to issue such permit, subject to certain conditions as stated in the resolution.
Okay, please. So you can move for the approval of the resolution.
So I move for the approval of a resolution authorizing the city treasurer to accept the payment of Caso Rego 2 for regulatory inspection and service fees and community tax for 2026 in connection with its application for its 2026 mayor's permit pending resolution of its fourth quarter 2025 RPT and corresponding interest and penalties, and to further authorize the city mayor to issue the mayor's permit of Caso Rego 2 for the year 2026. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. I wish to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Jesus Del Villar, the budget officer. So we will go back to item number, what's the item number? Number 11. The rules are suspended. May we request the budget officer to proceed to the rostrum? Any question or reaction from the members of the council? Councilor Aris?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Whether the representative from the City Budget Office has any objection to the letter of the Bureau of Fire Protection, or are they aware of this request? Aware po kamo kaning request kang Bureau of Fire for 20%
Budget officer, please.
fire code fees, the release. Aram po nindo ni. Diba, the Bureau of Fire is requesting for fire code fees for the years 2015, 2016, and 2023 in the amount of 3.9 million. Are you aware of this request, sir?
Hindi ko po nabasa ang short na yan, sir.
Will the staff do something about the sound system? Yes, Councilor Balimoro.
Mr. Chair, may I suggest to wait to the city accountant for her to certify if there is a certification of the availability.
So we will also invite the city accountant?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so again, where is the security officer?
So for the record, Mr.
Please,
Chair,
yes, Councilor Aris Macaraig.
for the record, the representative from City Budget Office is not aware of this letter.
Okay, so the city budget officer himself is not aware of this matter. So we will be inviting the city accountant. Please do it, Mr. Security Officer. Now. Next item, please.
Next is the unfinished business. The joint committee report of the Committee on Appropriation and Committee on Youth and Sports Development held last January 14.
Councilor Elmer Baldemoro.
Mr. Chair, may I move the acknowledgement of the committee report, the joint committee report of the Committee on Appropriation and Committee on Youth and Sports Development.
Your report is duly acknowledged.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
There are quorum.
There is no quorum, Mr. Chair, so my request for the...
So we are again converting the council into the committee of the whole.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, there's only one item that was discussed. This is the proposed ordinance institutionalizing the Naga City Youth Employment Program, integrating the special program for employment of students, SPS, and the Student Employment for Enrollment SEPI program. May I go directly to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of this representation, duly seconded by the Honorable Felix, Honorable Jokno, and Ms. Diasis, the committee resolved to elevate the matter to the Sangguniang Panlungsod and recommend on second reading of an ordinance institutionalizing the Naga City Youth Employment Program, integrating the special program Student Employment for Enrollment or SEPI program and providing funds, therefore, subject to the submission of the revised draft, incorporating the comments and recommendation during the committee hearing. So I am presenting, Mr. Chair, the revised draft of the proposed ordinance. In this revised draft, Mr. Chair, those in red letter arises from the comments from the previous committee hearing, and the blue letters, the comments from the city legal officer, and the green letters, the additional inputs from the proponent, and the violet letters is the comment arising from the committee hearing conducted on January 14, 2026. The main provision of this proposed ordinance, Mr. Chair, is the equalization of the salary of the SPS and the SEPE, wherein in the previous years, Mr. Chair, the rate of the SPS is 615 pesos, while the SEPE is only 415. So there is a disparity for the rate, and the beneficiary having the same job, same requirements, and minsan nga ni same office, however magkaiba po si sweldo ninda. So with this proposed ordinance, Mr. Chair, pinaparehas na po ang salary with the SPS and SEPE, and also Mr. Chair, opening po the partnership with the private employers na digdi po pwedeng mag-hire na ning SPS or SEPE or SPS or SEPE ang mga private companies, wherein the wages will be paid by the city government of 40%, while the private employer will pay the 60%. So makakadagdag po ni duman sa mga applicant for SPS and SEPE na dikit lang po ang na-accommodate in our program. So kung may mga, and also Mr. Chair, the comment from the city legal officer already incorporated in this proposed ordinance, and dumapo sa I-Engage program, may man pong mga negative comment, kundi positive comment ang na-derive for the I-Engage program na PIG.
Any comment from the members of the council? Yes, Councilor Mendoza. By the way, we wish to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Jose Marie Ojeda, the Acting Assistant City Accountant.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Ang sweldo kang JO as well as casual moves at the same time as any adjustment in the minimum wage and any adjustment in the salary standardization rate. As of now, the wage rate for job order, also for YEP, before that ordinance, is 435 pesos per day. That is the minimum wage. Now for casual, that is 639 pesos and 14 centavos. Now, every year, salary standardization moves. So I would like to ask the proponent whether that has been considered, because the salary for casual would increase to 665 pesos and 18 centavos by next year, No, later this year. And by next year to 691.27 pesos. Has that been considered?
Councilor Baldimoro.
Mr. Chair, the basis for the salary for this program will be based on the salary of the SPES from the DOLE. So bako po itong salary wage from the regular or casual employee. So may specific rate po ang DOLE for the SPES. So iyo po yan itong basanta kadtong 615, ito pong 415 since ang SEPE ina-assume po gabos kang city government of Naga, so we'll base on the prevailing wage digdi sa city. So with this ordinance, Mr. Chair, kung ano po si prevailing rate for the SPES of the DOLE, iyo po si magiging rate for this program.
Councilor Mendoza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The prevailing rate for SPES is not the casual rate.
No.
SG1.
It's
Okay.
a separate, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Any other comment or reaction? So,
with that,
kindly
Mr.
make
Chair.
the final motion.
With that, Mr. Chair, may I move for a passage of an ordinance institutionalizing the Naga City Youth Employment Program, integrating the special program for employment of students and the students' employment for employment program, and providing funds therefore. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Any second?
Second, Mr. Chair.
On second reading.
On second reading.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
No objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
With the presence of the acting assistant city accountant, we will go back to item number 11 of the SBO. May I request the acting assistant accountant to approach the rostrum?
Good morning, Ms.
Any question? Councilor Aris Macaraig.
Good morning, sir. There is a request from the Bureau of Fire Protection requesting for the release of the 20% fire code fee for the fiscal years 2015, 16, and 2023. The amount of 3.9 million. Are you aware of this request?
Yes. Yes, po.
And are funds available for this? Funds available?
With regards, sir, to the availability of funds, these were actually credited to our bank accounts,
Yes,
and has been recorded in our books. And since, as per the DILG memorandum, it should be set aside for the specific purpose for our fire stations. So we should, if I am not mistaken, it should be set aside specifically for that purpose.
So the question is, you affirm that these funds are already with our books.
Yes, po.
And while we are on the topic, are you aware what happened to fiscal years 2017, 18, 19, 20, and 21? The fire fees for these fiscal years? If you are aware.
Can you be more specific, po, sir?
This request is for 2015, 16, and 23.
Okay.
How about the other years in between? Tumayo dyan. 2017 is not there. 18, 19, 20. Are you aware of what happened to these fiscal years where the fire fees paid or appropriated or available in our books, or are you aware or not?
I will have to look up this.
Yes. Can you please and have us informed or report to us any findings on these absent years? Thank you.
So,
Mr.
in
Chair.
other words, you are aware of the overlapping years, 2017 to
I am aware, sir, that
2022?
the amount, sir, that has been credited to us in our books, in our bank accounts, I am aware of that, sir. I will just have to check regarding the dates that are being mentioned. Because normally it should be transferred to us every year, if I am not mistaken.
Yeah, we are just a bit puzzled or intrigued by the fact that 2017 and 2000, up to 2022 were not included in the request. Yes, Councilor Albius?
In previous years, the Committee on Appropriations have also received the same request from the Bureau of Fire and Protection. And the recommendation then of our city accountant is for the Bureau of Fire and Protection to request the National Treasury to create a trust fund, particularly on these proceeds from the fire code fees. However, in the absence of that, we passed the necessary appropriation ordinance so that the programs and projects and procurement of basic firefighting equipments of the Bureau of Fire and Protection can proceed in the absence of the trust fund, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Thank you, Councilor Albius. Councilor Mendoza?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. For information of this body, there is a resolution number 2025-070, resolution authorizing the release of the amount from the 20% local government unit share from the fire code fees, etc. Essentially, this says that the amount to be appropriated under the fire code fees are for the years 2014, 2015, and 2022. So that shows, Mr. Chair, na the releases are not continuous or contiguous. May mga gaps talaga. So kan last year po, nag-abot sa tuya is for the years 2014, which is not included in those years, and 2015 and 2022. That's resolution number 2025-070. Can we request the Secretariat to flash?
So in other words, you're saying that the gaps are not extraordinary happening.
Nasunod lang kita, Mr. Chair, kung ano binababa ninda.
Okay. Councilor Aris Macaraig. By the way, let me acknowledge the presence of Engineer Joel Martin, the head of the SWAMO.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. It's very counterproductive, Mr. Chair. The amount given is from 2015 or 16, that's 10 years ago, Mr. Chair. If we will consider inflation, maayo na pong kwenta si kolekta ng dakan 2016 for 2026. And they should be called out, the Bureau of Treasury, why this is happening. They man sa inutang si Kwarta, they got it, and they will release it 10 years after. That is not acceptable, Mr. Chair. So maybe if we can pass a resolution calling out the Bureau of Treasury to give due consideration to this matter, that time and money and inflation plays a crucial role in the full enjoyment of this benefit, Mr. Chair.
But in the meantime, we will approve this resolution.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So, motion from Councilor Balimoro.
The pending motion is for a passage of an ordinance appropriating the amount of 5,520,680 and 72 centavos, representing the fire code fees collected amounting to 3,936,178 and 65 centavos by the BFP Naga City Fire Station in the fiscal years 2015, 2016, and 2023, and the amount of 1,584,502 and 7 centavos balance for the fiscal years 2014, 2015, and 2022 under the general fund to cover the procurement of equipment, repair, maintenance, and improvement of fire station facilities and Fire Prevention Awareness Program. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Any second?
Second, Mr.
Second.
Chair.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. And Councilor Aris, you can come up with your own resolution.
Uh, I move that a resolution be passed by the honorable body to call the attention of the Bureau of Treasury in the release of the fire code fees, for the timely release of the fire code fees for all LGUs, not only the City of Naga, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Councilor Mendoza.
May I likewise request consideration of the proposed resolution detailing the procedure which BFP should follow in order to receive that 20% share.
Will you kindly do something about the sound system? I cannot hear what Councilor Mendoza is saying.
So with that, Mr. Chair, may I move to pass a resolution setting the procedure to be observed by the Naga City Fire Station to expedite the appropriation of the 20% LGU share of the fire code fees. Essentially, we are requesting them to follow the budgeting process.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Next item, please.
Next is the committee report of the Committee on Ways and Means and the Committee on Agriculture for the joint committee hearing last January 15.
Committee on Ways and Means, headed by Councilor Frank Mendoza.
Mr. Chair, may I request acknowledgement of the report of the joint public hearing of the Committee on Ways and Means and Committee on Agriculture.
Your report is duly acknowledged. Was there a quorum?
It's a public hearing, Mr. Chair.
A public hearing, okay.
The public hearing was held last January 15 with officers of the ICAPC, Independent Component City Agriculture and Fishery Council, representing the farmers, the engineers from Natural and Biosystems Engineering Division of the city, and employees from the City Agriculture Office and the General Services Office. The first item is on the proposed ordinance authored by this representation, prescribing the rates of rental on city-owned agricultural and post-harvest machineries stationed at the Naga City Nursery. May I proceed with the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of Honorable David Casper Nathan Sirio, duly seconded by Honorable Melvin Ramon Buenafe, the committee resolved to elevate the matter to the Sangguniang Panlungsod and to recommend the passage on second reading of the proposed ordinance prescribing the rates of rental on city-owned agricultural and post-harvest machineries stationed at the Naga City Nursery, subject to the incorporation of the comments and recommendations from the committee joint public hearing. So this is the revised
okay.
proposed ordinance. The changes include the addition under letter J, the rental for truck. The original ordinance does not include any rent for truck. Likewise, under section, it's numbered 6. Yan. That should be section 4. Under the correct section, section 4. Because during the deliberation, ang sabi po kang Abed, kulang kaming tao. So, the addition is section 4, organizational structure. ABED shall submit to the Human Resource and Management Office an expanded organizational structure to include The technical and support personnel who will run and maintain the farm machineries, post-harvest facilities, and other ancillary and support equipment. This will be in addition to the positions already created under Ordinance Number 2025-013, authored by Councilor Omar Benafe. Such expanded organizational structure shall define the minimum qualification and functions of the additional positions, consistent with its needs and with civil service rules and regulations, and shall be the basis for the hiring of new personnel or the promotion of existing ones. So bago magdagdag sinat tao, hamanan muna si organizational structure. Ano ba kung bara-bara pag-hire? Based on the structure, then we can, the division can recommend for hiring. Likewise, ang sarong na-raise during the committee hearing, si kakulangan ng budget kang ABED. So we are adding Section 5 na dapat, not Section 4. Under the second paragraph, upon effectivity of this ordinance and without waiting for the annual budgeting process to commence, ABED shall immediately prepare the necessary investment program and budget proposal to either repair, restore, or replace its farm machineries, post-harvest facilities, ancillary equipment, and dilapidated structure, as well as the acquisition of new ones in order to raise its level of service to local farmers. Ang naging issue kaya, kulang kami pang pa-repair, kulang kami equipment, etc., etc. Dapat may sistema. So under this proposal, they should follow the budgeting process. We have also included property management na dapat i-inventory ninda ang gabos na items niya on duman, kadakol po kayang tambak. Itong dahil na papakinabangan, i-dispose na. So those were the comments, Mr. Chair, and the corresponding changes in the proposed ordinance.
Reactions from the members of the council? Any comment? No comment? So kindly make the final motion for the second reading of the ordinance, proposed ordinance.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. With that, Mr. Chair, may I propose the approval on second reading of an ordinance prescribing the rates of rental for the use of farm machineries and post-harvest facilities at the city nursery and providing for the support mechanism necessary for their sustained and reliable operation with the corrections in the section numbers, Mr. Chair. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
The second item, proposed ordinance authored again by this representation, further amending ordinance number 2004-123 as amended, setting a graduated discount rate for the advance payment of real property tax and additional tax for SEF. May I move to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of Honorable David Casper Nathan A. Sirio, duly seconded by Honorable Melvin Ramon Buenafe, the committee resolved to elevate the matter to the Sangguniang Panlungsod and to recommend the referral of the proposed ordinance to the City Legal Office for review and legal opinion, particularly the proposed truncated and extended period with their graduated discount rate for advance and prompt payment of RPT. So, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Councilor Baldimoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Could we seek also a comment from the City Treasurer's Office?
Okay, we shall include the comments coming from the City Treasurer's Office.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Next item is proposed ordinance authored by this representation imposing a rental fee for the commercial use of the city government's boom trucks by private entities and providing guidelines for the implementation thereof. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of Honorable David Casper Nathan Sirio, duly seconded by Honorable Benafe, the committee resolved to elevate the matter to the Sangguniang and the passage on second reading of the proposed ordinance imposing a rental fee for the commercial use of the city government's boom truck by private entities, providing guidelines the implementation thereof, subject to the incorporation of the comments and recommendations from the committee hearing.
Okay, please present the comments.
May I request the Secretariat? There were minor changes, Mr. Chair. Under Section 3,
Section 3.
that table actually has 4 rows. The 4th row is weekend overtime. But during the deliberation, the GSD proposed that we delete that line, so 3 lines na lang, covering regular hours of the weekdays and overtime hours during the weekdays, as well as the entire hours for weekends and holidays. Likewise, there was a proposal from PSD that in computing, if less than 30 minutes, it should not be counted as 1 hour. But if more than 30 minutes, it should be counted as a full hour. Pag abot sa pagkwenta kang rental rate. But duman sa initial period na kare-release lang kang equipment, automatic na dawa na less than 1 hour ang na-consume ninda, mabayad na sinda as if used for 1 hour. That is reflected under section, the same section, second page. The top paragraph reflects that changes, Mr. Chair. There were no other changes, so with that, I move that we approve.
Any
the second
reaction from
reading.
the members of the council? Comments? So, Councilor Mendoza, please proceed with the...
With that, Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the said ordinance on second reading.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
No other item. That ends my report, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilor Frank Mendoza. Next item, please.
Mr. Chair.
Councilor Gail Abunal Gomez.
Mr. Chair, the presence of Engineer Martin today has been requested by the Committee on Health. So may I request that we first tackle item number 10, which is the committee report on health.
Item number
10.
10,
Yes,
Of the-
under the unfinished business.
unfinished business.
Yes, Mr. Chair. With the indulgence of the Committee on, Chair of the Committee on Rules, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Councilor Dr. Gail Abunal Gomez.
The Committee on Health, may I request for acknowledgement of this report, Mr. Chair?
Your report is duly acknowledged.
The meeting was held last January 14. There was no quorum, so may
Again, we are converting the plenary as the committee of the whole.
The first item is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Francisco M. Mendoza, an ordinance localizing the rules and regulations governing the establishment, operation, and maintenance of funeral parlors in the city of Naga, providing penalties for violations thereof and for other purposes. May I go to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please. It appears that Frank Mendoza has been authoring all the ordinances now.
The committee resolved to invite the funeral service providers to a public hearing on the matter. The schedule will have to be determined. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
My revisions. I request the proponent to coordinate with the Sanitation Division of the City Health Office for the enhancement of the details of the proposed ordinance. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Item number 2, sanitation standards for funeral establishments, Category 1, submitted by the City Health Office as requested by the Sangguniang Panlungsod. May I go to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
The committee resolved to request the Sanitation Division of the City Health Office to provide the Committee on Health and Nutrition, the Office of the Honorable Mendoza, and the SP Secretariat with copies of the documents titled Sanitary Inspection of Funeral Establishment for Categories 2 and Category 3. Because, Mr. Chair, we were only provided with a Category 1 requirement. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There
No.
being none, the motion is approved.
Third item is a letter dated October 27, 2025 from the Business Permit and Licensing Division of the City Treasurer's Office submitting a report on their ocular inspection of certain funeral service establishments in Naga City. May I go to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
The committee resolved to first request the Honorable Mendoza, the proponent of the proposed ordinance titled, to incorporate the inputs suggested by the stakeholders. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
And to endorse to the zoning officer of the City Planning and Development Office the concern regarding the funeral home located in Barangay Cararayan near a residential area and a Kinalasan eatery for appropriate action. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Item number 4 is the letter dated December 12, 2025 of the City Legal Officer submitting his comments on the proposed ordinance establishing a comprehensive STI, HIV, and AIDS prevention, treatment, care, and support program in Naga City. May I go to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
The committee resolved to direct the Secretariat to furnish the offices of the Honorable Borja, Honorable Serio, and Honorable Felix, the proponents of separate ordinances on the same matter, Mr. Chair, with copies of the comments of the City Legal Office on the proposed ordinance. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Item number 5 is a letter dated December 5, 2025 of Mr. Anastasio G. Godesano, the second branch manager, Bicolandia Drug Corporation, requesting for extension to comment on the proposed ordinance titled Naga City Maintenance and Compassionate Pharmacy Practice. May I go to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
The committee resolved to take note of the request. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Item number 6, letter dated December 11 of Dr. Zoraida G. Alcera, City Dentistry, pertaining to the request of the Sangguniang Panlungsod for an update on the status of the City Dental Van. In the update submitted to the Sangguniang, Mr. Chair, Dr. Alcera Dr. Amoranto stated that the van is currently with a motor pool under the Solid Waste Management Office. So may I go to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Okay, please.
The committee then resolved to invite Engineer Martin, the head of the SWAMO and motor pool, in the next regular session to explain on the progress of the repair of the City Dental Van. Thus, his presence today.
Again, we
Mr.
wish to
Chair.
acknowledge the presence of Engineer Joel Martin, the head of the SWAMO. So we will suspend the rules.
Mr. Chair, may we request Engineer Martin to please update us on the status of the dental van?
First of all, good morning, Mr. Chair. And
Good morning.
to the honorable body. Good morning po. We have been asked the dental ban sa baba. Pirang beses na po kaya yan, Mr. Chair, na pigdadarami digdi. Actually po, pag mag-assume po si Mayor Lenny, nahiling niya po si dental ban na nagdi-deteriorate na. So, inapunan po kita, pinadarami po si dental ban sa motor pool for the necessary repairs. Kang maayos na po, binalik me. And pareho man po giraray, nagdi-deteriorate po sa garahe, kinuami giraray para po maayos. Si Olemi po ni Mayor Lenny, dumana lang pagkaipuhan po kung ano na sana. But for several years na nayaon po sa motor pool, siguro mga 3 years na po ito, na may mga kaipuhan na pong i-repair for check-up. Actually po, ngunyan nag-aandar, yaon po sa baba. Ang aircon po kaipuhan na i-repair. Pero igmusa kailang maluya. And then, nasulo po during the use itong inverter machine. Garo na i-direkta katong ni Mr. Noriel. So, we have to submit some repairs, pero pwede po siyang gamitin anytime. Only that, si assurance lang po na sa driver na maasikaso po si dental ban. Ang nahihiling mi, Mr. Chair, si activity lang nakaipuhan siguro pigtututukan si dental ban. Nagdi-deteriorate po kaya sa garahe pag dahil siya nagagamit. We suggest, Mr. Chair, na baka kung igwa mga activity sa barangay regarding dental dental issues sa mga barangay po, baka pwedeng aral daw magamit. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Any reaction or question from the members of the council? Councilor Mendoza.
Chair, si proposal ko nga ni Mr. Chair, kung talagang may problema ang makina, guyudo na lang ang ban, duman sa oli para magamit.
Reaction, Engineer Martin?
May man pong, with respect to Honorable Frank Mendoza, may man pong problema si makina kan dental ban. Only that, kaya pa po, taday mang ginagamit kaya, si air conditioning, halip po ako, pighiling mingon yan, medyo maluya. And siguro some corrections, dumanta. Para magamit po independently, si Satuya pong dental ban, maribay po kita ng inverter. Ito po bagang 24 volts siya. Ito kayang dental chair niya is 220 volts. Kaya po i-replace lang ito. And then, pwede tanang gamiton. Ang samuya lang kaya, Mr. Chair, with respect to the honorable body, igwalang po kuta ng activity. Tangani po na ang maintenance man po.
So in other words, the dental clinic is not conducting any citywide activity?
Nagdi-deteriorate, Mr. Chair, sa garahe. May pong nagsasabi sa mo kung kaipuhan for several years.
Several years?
Yes, sir. Yaon lang po sa garahe.
So something is wrong with the dental office?
Dahil may po ma-determine yan. Pero yun nga yan, Mr. Chair, we suggest, kung iba po ng mga activity, baka po pwedeng maayos na.
So, Councilor Gayla Bonal Gomez, we may as well write a letter addressed to the dental office.
Yes, Mr. Chair, for me, I'd like to request for a report on their program.
Yes, please.
So that we could see the activities and then the necessary.
What is the program of the dental clinic? And at least Engineer Martin will be duly informed about those programs.
Of course, Mr. Chair, si maintenance po.
And then the maintenance can be handled
Yes,
well
sir.
by the
Dahil
SWAMO.
may aram po kung saan naka-charge. Ang baterya po da kaipuhan na i-replace, dapat po si maintenance prita, medyo may nasa-saturate po ang laog, taas si baterya po kaya ginagamit para duman sa dental chair. But during operations, nagrereklamo po si driver, nasa-saturate po si laog. Gusto mong sabihin, itong acid nakaka-saturate po sa laog, karon na-irritate po si driver. And at the same time, mapakaray po si air conditioning. Medyo maluyaman talaga. After that, Mr. Chair, we assure the body, the honorable body, na pwede na pong gamitin.
Thank you, Engineer Martin.
Thank you po.
Okay, proceed.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Therefore, City Health Office to submit to the Sangguniang their program for dental services, and that would include, that would give us an idea on the use of the dental ban, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you po. That would be all for the report, Mr. Chair.
Councilor
Thank you.
Jude Jokno.
Hello. Since Engineer Martin is here, Mr. Chair, can I ask him a
Yes,
question
please.
about?
Engineer Martin, Councilor Jokno has some questions.
Yeah, Engineer.
Yes, sir.
I have found a group who is willing to sponsor raincoats, masks, and gloves for our basurero.
Yes, sir.
So may I just know kung ilan po ang basurero natin sa buong Naga City?
At of this moment, Mr. Chair, we have that a member of almost 300, if I'm not mistaken, 340 members po.
Garbage collectors.
Yes, sir. Garbage collectors and street sweepers, which will be needing the assistance. Kung pwede po, medyo nagkukulang-kulang man po si Budget ng City. And actually, Mr. Chair, we have been discussing this with with Councilor Frank Mendoza several time ago, that we need to replace the hand gloves of the garbage collector at least every day, but we are only allocated for almost 2 pairs of gloves per week. So we have to remedy on that, and we greatly appreciate the support of Councilor Jujok na for that.
Wouldn't you
Councilor
recommend a reusable gloves for the basurero?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I will inform the Basilica Joggers Club, because they are the ones who ask me kung ilan ang basurero natin, because they are willing to sponsor raincoats, gloves, and masks for our brothers, basureros and sisters. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilor Jokno.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Councilor
Chair.
Aris.
Just a comment, Mr. Chair. Ini po kayo mga basurero ta, habo man maggaramit kaya.
Yeah, precisely.
But if we can, with the help of the city government and the SWMO, impose a practice na matuod sinda na to be at least safe for themselves. Kan nagdigdi po si mga basurero from Sorsogon, nakakatipunero sindano po naling nindo to. Akala mo may gera. But they really were good, they were presentable, they look safe. Ito pong kang nagpadara ang Sorsogon ng mga truck. Kala mo may Peña Francia Pesta ta nakaano sinda, your uniform. And we were really impressed because they were working with that uniform and all the PPEs, Mr. Chair, which we don't practice. So maybe with the donations, we can start anew in our effort to teach our garbage collectors.
I agree with Councilor Aris. Remember, Engineer Joel, during the time of Mayor Jesse Robredo, we provided the garbage collectors with all the necessary equipment, including the uniforms and then the gloves, but they didn't use them. So, according to Councilor Aris, I believe we can, we will not force them, but we will try to convince them to use those equipment and gloves for their own safety.
Yes, Mr. Chair. We will strictly implement that. The suggestion of Councilor Aris Macraig po. Kami man po, Mr. Chair, talagang gusto mo yung araw kaya. Kaya lang po, may mga pagkakataon kaya, most especially the use of
The
face
gloves.
mask. No, the face mask. Na nakiulay po sinda na nasusuffocate sinda. So we really don't strictly implement the use of face mask. But for the other PPEs like the rubber boots, the hand gloves, and the chaleco, and of course the raincoat during rainy days na dapat po ginagamit ninda. But with the suggestion of Honorable Councilor Aris, we will strictly implement, and our appreciation and key Councilor Jujok na po for the extra effort na kaipuhan po kasatuya po mga tao.
Thank you, Engineer Joel Martin. Any other question? So thank you. The rules are back in force. Question from Councilor Mendoza. Recess.
Second.
Session resumed.
Next is the committee report with Committee on Land Use for the meeting held last January 15, 2026.
Committee on Land Use.
Mr. Chairman, before the committee report, may I request for inclusion under special business in order a proposed resolution to be passed on joint and collective motion, congratulating and commending the former Secretary of the Sangguniang Panlungsod, Sir Gil de la Torre, for this retirement and long service to the city government of Naga.
Okay, that will be included under SBO.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
So
Also,
kindly
Mr. Chairman,
make the motion.
another resolution, a separate resolution, Mr. Chairman, because I've received report that the Public Attorney's Office of Naga City was also awarded. That one, Mr. Chairman. Most number of terminated cases, first place, most number of clients served, and most number of legal outreach activities. They were awarded by the regional Public Attorney's Office for Region 5. So that is for the entire Region 5, Mr. Chairman. So they've been awarded as first among all city districts of public.
So we will come up with another resolution.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, kindly make the two motions.
The first motion on joint and collective motion. This one also, Mr. Chairman.
Joint and collective.
Both resolutions, Mr. Chairman.
Next item, please.
The next is the committee report on Committee on Land Use.
Councilor Jesse Albios.
Mr. Chair, may I request acknowledgement of the report of the Committee on Land Use.
Your report is duly acknowledged.
The public hearing was held last January 15, 2026. A quorum is not required in a public hearing. However, this representation, Honorable Serio, Honorable Baldemoro, and Ms. Ampi Vergara of NCPC were present. The lone item tackled was the letter dated October 27, 2025 of the City Planning and Development Office submitting their technical evaluation on the documents submitted by Mr. Edward Rojas relative to his application for rezoning of their parcel of land situated at Barangay Concepcion Grande, Naga City. All property owners of the adjacent properties were notified of the public hearing, and Attorney Danilo De La Torre was present during the committee hearing. And may I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
Considering the favorable recommendation of the City Planning and Development Office and having no objections raised during the public hearing, on motion of the Honorable David Casper Nathan Serio, duly seconded by Honorable Baldemoro, the committee resolved to elevate the matter to the Sangguniang Panlungsod and to recommend the passage of a resolution approving the application of Mr. Edward Rojas for the rezoning of their parcel of land situated at Barangay Concepcion Grande, Naga City, from residential to commercial. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? Councilor Mendoza?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just to be consistent with my previous positions on the matter, I am registering my objection.
Okay, so we will have to divide the House because there is an objection. Who are in favor of the motion? Kindly check the number of councilors who are not in favor.
6.
3.
2.
What's the final tally?
2.
Honorable
6 is a 2.
What's the final tally, Madam Secretary?
6-2.
6-2. So the motion is approved.
That ends the report, Mr. Chair. Thank you and good morning.
Thank you, Councilor Jesse Albios. Next item, please.
Next is the committee report on Committee on Market Affairs, held last January 15.
Committee on Market Affairs. Again, Councilor Jesse Albios.
Mr. Chair, may I request acknowledgement of the report of the Committee on Market Affairs.
Your report is duly acknowledged.
The committee hearing was held on January 15, 2026, and there was no quorum. So may move that this body be converted into a committee of the whole.
Okay, we are converting the plenary into the committee of the whole.
The lone agenda is the letter dated January 5, 2026 of Daisy B. Santa Rosa, representing a group of seasonal vendors requesting for permit to sell gifts and other items along a portion of J. Hernandez Avenue, Barangay Abella, Naga City from February 10 to 15, 2026. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of the Honorable David Casper Nathan Serio, duly seconded by Mr. Alfonso, the committee resolved to elevate the matter to the Sangguniang Panlungsod and to recommend the passage of a resolution granting the request of seasonal vendors to set up 2x2 stalls along J. Hernandez Avenue from corner Abella Street up to corner Prieto Street across Montemart, Abella, Naga City in connection with this year's Valentine's Day celebration from February 12 to 14, 2026 with the provisions for ingress and set up on February 11, 2026 from 9 p.m. onwards. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Second. Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
That ends the report, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilor Jesse Albios. Next item, please.
Next is the verified position paper submitted and signed by Ms. Cristina Collantes Terinial, complainant in the administrative case filed against Domingo Ramos for grave misconduct, conduct prejudicial to the best interest of the service and oppression.
Any comment? Reaction? So we will refer this to the Blue Ribbon Committee.
Next is the
Next item.
Next is the verified position paper submitted and signed by Milagros Lagos, complainant in the administrative case filed against Domingo Ramos, Vilma Camacho, and Jennifer Purisima for dishonesty, oppression, misconduct in office, gross negligence, and dereliction of duty.
Again, any comment?
Refer to Blue
We will
Ribbon.
refer this to the Blue Ribbon Committee.
Next is the committee report, Committee on Transport for the meeting held last January 14.
Transport Committee. Councilor Mendoza.
May I request acknowledgement of the report of the Committee on Transport, Mr. Chair?
Your report is duly acknowledged. Was there a quorum?
There was no quorum.
Again, we are converting the plenary into the Committee of the Whole.
First item, letter dated October 30, 2025 of Lawrence Angelo Sendin, Chief Executive Officer, Prieto Cargo Forwarders, requesting for exemption in the implementation of truck ban in the city of Naga. May I proceed with the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
Upon the recommendation of this representation concurred by Mr. Alberto Darilay, this matter will be elevated to the plenary in move for the grant of provisional exemption from truck ban for Prieto Cargo Forwarders pending the approval of the implementing rules and regulations to be crafted by the Public Safety Office. The argument here is that the cargo is food related, so they may be included under the exemptions. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Second item, letter dated November 3, 2025 of Melissa Montes, Logistics Officer, Magarao Air Products Incorporated, requesting for a grant of special exemption in the implementation of truck ban in the city of Naga. May I move to the disposition?
Yes,
Mr. Chair?
please.
considering that the nature of the cargo is health-related, oxygen. Upon the recommendation of this representation, concurred by Mr. Alberto Darilay, this matter will be elevated to the plenary and moved for the grant of provisional exemption from truck ban for Magarao Air Products Incorporated, pending the approval of the implementing rules and guidelines to be crafted by the PSO. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Yes, Councilor Aris Macaraig.
Comment, Mr. Chair. Can we also require the exempted vehicles to put a paper or signage in their windshield that is readily verifiable, so that our PSO enforcers are duly notified, Mr.
So
Chair.
that will be included in the resolution, that provision.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Councilor Mendoza?
So with that amendment, Mr. Chair,
To be issued by the PSO, Mr. Chair.
specifically to require exempted trucks to post on their windshield the nature of their cargo, but which notice would be issued by the PSO. So as amended, Mr. Chair, so moved.
Okay. Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Next is a letter dated November 5, 2025, Mr. Mark Binson D., Graceland Food Industries Incorporated, requesting for a special permit for their truck on the implementation of truck ban in Naga City. May I proceed with the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
Upon recommendation of this representation, concurred by Mr. Alberto Darilay, the request of Graceland Food Industries will be recommended to the plenary as moot and academic, considering that the same is already covered by the exemption. So move, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So, moot and academic.
Letter dated December 4, 2025 of Julie Ann Siron and Francisco Escala of Pepsi Cola Products Philippines, requesting exemption of their delivery trucks from the implementation of truck ban. May I move to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
The chairman, with the concurrence of this representation and Mr. Darilay, manifested that the matter will be elevated to the plenary with a recommendation to defer consideration of the matter due to the absence of the proponent. So move, Mr.
deferred.
Chair. Defer. Next item, first endorsement dated October 23, 2025 of the head of the Tri-Mobile Task Force, endorsing the application of Ms. Imelda Agor for the transfer of 2 units of Tri-Mobile franchise from the deceased husband, Dominador Agor. May I proceed with the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
Finding all the documents to be complete and in order, and upon the recommendation of this representation, with the concurrence of Mr. Alberto Darilay, the matter be elevated to the plenary and moved for the approval of the application of Mrs. Imelda Agor for 2 units of Tri-Mobile franchise numbers NC05-RTF-0856 and NC05-RTF-1161, which became available due to the death of the franchisee, Dominador A. Agor, her husband, the same being in accordance with the provisions of City Ordinance Number 2014-023. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Next item, first endorsement dated December 11, 2025 of the head of the Tri-Mobile Task Force, forwarding the following applications for transfer of Tri-Mobile franchise for approval. First, application of Wenceslao Bantog to Wilfredo Bantog due to retirement. May I proceed with the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
Finding all the documents to be complete and in order, upon the recommendation of this representation with the concurrence of Mr. Darilay, the matter will be elevated to the plenary and moved for the approval of the application of Mrs. Wenceslao Bantog for the transfer of Trimobile franchise number NC05-RTF-01258 to her son, Wilfredo Bantog, subject to the completion of all requirements in the payment of the prescribed fees under City Ordinance 93-049. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Next is the application of Mr. Alan Senson for 2 units of Trimobile franchise due to death. May I move to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
Finding all the documents to be complete and in order, upon the recommendation of this representation with the concurrence of Mr. Darilay, the matter will be elevated to the plenary and moved for the approval of the application of Mr. Alan Senson for 2 units of Trimobile franchises with city franchise numbers NC05-RTF-1288 and NC05-RTF-1456, which became available due to the death of the franchisee, Romeo Senson, his father, the same being in accordance with the provisions of City Ordinance 2014-023. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Yes, Councilor Balimoro.
Just an observation, Mr. Chair, on the wordings and procedure that was used during the committee hearing. It was noted that instead of a motion, the term used is recommendation, and instead of seconded, it is concurrence. So may I suggest to replace
with the usual words.
Yes,
Okay.
Mr. Chair.
We are amenable, Mr. Chair, to the proposed
Thank you.
corrections. May I proceed with the next item?
Yes, please.
First endorsement dated December 22, 2025 of the head of the Trimobile Task Force forwarding the application of Mr. Dominador Saludar for the transfer of 3 units of Trimobile franchises to his son, Darren Saludar, for review and approval. May I proceed with the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
Finding all the documents to be complete and in order, upon the motion of this representation duly seconded by Mr. Darilay, the matter will be elevated to the plenary and moved for the approval of the application of Mr. Saludar for the transfer of 3 units of Trimobile franchise with city franchise numbers NC05-RTF-1108, NC05-RTF-1148, and NC05-RTF-1242 to his son, Darren Saludar, subject to the completion of all requirements and the payment of the prescribed fees under City Ordinance 93-049. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Next is a letter dated December 15, 2025 of Mr. Jonathan Hernandez, Naga City Bike Program Director, pertaining to the bike lanes in Naga City. May I proceed with the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
Upon the recommendation of this representation with the concurrence of, upon the motion of this representation with duly seconded by Mr. Darilay, the matter will be elevated to the plenary with the recommendation to 1. Appreciate the submission and acknowledge the report of the Naga City Bike Board on status of the bike lane within Naga City, include in the annual budget, if funds are available, the necessary funding to implement the road markings and signages for the bike lanes, and permit the bike board to closely coordinate with the LTO and DPWH to ensure compliance with their respective regulations. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Next item, resolution number 056, series of 2025 of Barangay Peña Francia, Naga City, authorizing Barangay Peña Francia to implement wheel clamping as an enforcement measure of the city ordinance on road clearing. May I proceed with the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
Upon the recommendation of this representation, upon the motion of this representation, with duly seconded by Mr. Darilay, the matter will be elevated to the plenary with the recommendations to 1. Express appreciation for the initiative of Barangay Peñafrancia, which would be a significant help to the city. B. Approve the passage of the necessary amendatory ordinance deputizing designated barangay enforcers in implementation of the wheel clamping ordinance. Unfortunately, Mr. Chair, we have not yet received the amendatory ordinance as of this moment. So may I recommend that we defer this matter in the meantime. So move, Mr. Chair.
So deferred.
Next item, undated letter from Mr. Joey Peñas, Chairman of the Bicol Fox Riders Club, Incorporated, and representative of Alliance Riders Group, containing their comments on the proposed ordinance authored by Honorable Melvin Ramon.
Deferred.
Next item is a letter dated January 8, 2026 of Mr. Rafael Malana, Branch Manager, Inland South Cargo Express, requesting exemption of their delivery trucks from the implementation of truck ban, as well as letter dated January 12, 2026 of Ms. Mary Ann Jeronimo Wood, Manager of Jeronimo Petron Service Center, requesting exemption likewise from the truck ban. May I proceed with the disposition for these two items, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
The chairman, with the concurrence of this representation, the chairman moved with duly seconded by this representation of Mr. Darilay, manifested that the matter be elevated to the plenary and moved for the grant of provisional exemption from truck ban to Inland South Cargo Express and Jeronimo Petron Services Center, pending the approval of the implementing rules and regulations to be crafted by the Public Safety Office. So move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
So this
We will grant.
involve two resolutions
Yes, yes. Separate.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
plus the suggestion of Councilor Aris Macaraig.
Yes, Mr. Chair. As amended by the proposal of Councilor Aris Macaraig.
Okay. Approved.
That's the last item, Mr. Chair. Salamat po.
Thank you, Councilor Frank Mendoza. Next item, please.
Next is the committee report on Ways and Means held last January 15.
Committee on Ways and Means. Again, Councilor Frank Mendoza.
Again, may I request acknowledgement of this report, Mr. Chair?
I fully acknowledge your report.
Again.
Again, do you have any quorum?
Again.
No quorum.
No quorum.
So we will be converting this plenary into the Committee of the Whole.
The committee hearing was held last January 15. There was no quorum, so this has been converted into a Committee of the Whole. Only two items were tackled during the committee hearing, Mr. Chair. One is on the claim for real property tax exemption by Casoreco 2, and the other is on the Panganiban Drive rental adjustment. First item, letter dated December 2, 2025 of Franklin J. Berdin of Tabora Law Office pertaining to the request of Camarines Sur 2 Electric Cooperative Incorporated for tax refund and waiver of tax liabilities. As earlier explained, Mr. Chair, ini po si claim kang Casoreco 2 based on a law that was passed, which the city treasurer is not acceding to because of late filing of their certificate of compliance. Now, may I proceed with the disposition,
Yes,
Mr.
please.
Chair? The committee resolved to elevate the matter to the 15th Sangguniang Panlungsod with a recommendation to seek an opinion as to the proper interpretation of the issuances of the Bureau of Local Government Finance and the Department of the Interior and Local Government vis-a-vis The joint memorandum circular of the Department of Finance and Department of Energy. The guidance will be in the form of an opinion to be sought, not jointly, to be sought by the city government from the Department of Justice only.
So move.
It being the proper body to render a legal opinion, not the DOF and DOE. So move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Any objection? Councilor Aris Bacaraig.
Just a comment, Mr. Chair. The law does not mention that should the Casoreco fail to timely avail of this tax exemption, that it will be forfeited.
No.
So there's no mention in the law that it is forfeited. So that they can carry it forward to the next compliance date, Mr. Chair. Just a comment, Mr. Chair.
Councilor Mendoza.
Casoreco to is claiming exemption for the entire real property tax. Kan 2025 kaya nakabayad sila ng first, second, third quarter RPT. Late na din na narama na exempted pa lang sila. So fourth quarter, dahil sila nagbayad. And kiniklaim nilang i-refund sila gatong 3 quarters. I-exempt sila sa fourth, dahil sila pag-penalize. Sabi man ka City Treasurer, ipig-penalize mi ka mo, as in dahil mi tuyuli, dahil dahil ka mo nakasubmit on time katong Certificate of Compliance. Ang nakalagay sa BLGF and DILG issuances dapat isubmit within the first quarter. So by March 31 dapat ma-receive na. Itong issuance man kang DOE, DOF, pati na itong batas, there is no deadline. Annually ang sinasabi. So pwede isubmit December, etc. So sabi kang kasuray ko to, dahil man piniprescribe kang batas ang deadline. Yan dyan si impasse. Kaya ang solution, we ask the DOJ to issue an opinion.
Okay, so
move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
no objection. The motion is approved.
Thank you. Related to that, and also in relation to the SBO resolution submitted earlier, approved earlier by this body, resolved further to recommend the passage of a resolution authorizing the city mayor to issue a mayor's permit to Casoreco 2, notwithstanding its unpaid real property tax penalty and surcharge for 2025, which it claims to be covered by its tax exemption, to enable it to file its application for renewal of franchise before Congress, with the understanding that if the opinion sought by the two parties turns out to favor the position of the city government, that Casoreco 2 will settle its obligation to the city government. Sabi po yan ni manager, confirm ko sa liwat kasubago, and he again also confirmed. So move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
The last paragraph just explains the situation. The next item is proposed ordinance authored by this representation, rationalizing the lease rental of the occupants of the Panganiban Beautification and Upgrading Project at the Philippine National Railways property along Panganiban Drive, Naga City. May I proceed with the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
The committee resolved to elevate the matter to the Sangguniang Panlungsod and recommend the passage on second reading of an ordinance rationalizing the lease rental of the occupants of the Panganiban Beautification and Upgrading Project by way of increasing the lease rental from 6 pesos and 50 centavos per square meter per month to 100 pesos per square meter per month. Which
Naribong na.
6.5.
Yes, may issue digdi. During the committee hearing, ang sabi ninda per year. Pero when I read the ordinance, it's per month. Pero during the committee and even during the public hearing, sabi nila per year, niya ko mas malala, 650 pesos per square meter per year. Pero siguro we abide by what is in the ordinance. Ito pong pinaka-latest adjustment kan rate kang Panganiban, nag-appear duman sa 2006 ata o 2004 ordinance, fixed at 650 per square meter per month. So, may I also suggest that this report be amended to reflect per month.
So instead of per year, per month.
Per month, based on the official issuance of the city government. but their statement is otherwise. So, that is, Mr. Chair. Basically po, ang laman kang ordinance, in-increase ta si
Rental.
from 650 to 100. Ang recommendation nga di po kang city assessor, 540 pesos per square meter. Yes, 540 pesos per square meter per month ang value dyan. Pero pag ginibota yan, halangkawan ng maray, we may be killing the goose that lays the golden egg. So, based sa mga public hearing, mga position paper, etc., the committee settled to 100 pesos per square meter per month. That would be a very dramatic increase already, Mr. Chair.
Okay, comments? Yes, Councilor Aris.
I will abstain in that measure since my father is occupying one of the pavilions, Mr. Chair. Okay.
Inhibit, you will inhibit.
I am inhibiting.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
So, with that, Mr. Chair, I move that we approve on second reading said ordinance.
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Thank you. That ends my report.
Thank you, Councilor Frank Mendoza. Next item, please.
Next is the committee report on organizational development and review, held last January 19.
Committee on Organizational Development. Councilor Gail Abunal Gomez.
Mr. Chair, for the Committee on Organizational Development and Review, may I request acknowledgement of this report.
Your report is duly acknowledged.
The meeting was held last January 19. There was no quorum.
Again, no quorum, so we are constituting ourselves into the Committee of the Whole.
There was only one item, and this is the proposed resolution authored by the Honorable G.L.G. Rosales, earnestly requesting His Excellency President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr., President of the Republic of the Philippines, to declare the city of Naga in the province of Camarines Sur as a highly urbanized city. May I go to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
The committee resolved to elevate the matter to the Sangguniang Panlungsod and to recommend returning the proposed resolution to its author to incorporate the recommendations raised during the committee hearing and for its publication in the Naga City official website through the iEngage program. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second?
Resolved.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Resolved further to direct the Sangguniang Panlungsod Secretariat to present the original copies of all supporting documents relative to Resolution Number 2022-812 and to request the City Planning and Development Office and the Investment and Tourism Promotion Office to present the advantages and disadvantages of the declaration of Naga City as a highly urbanized city. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Resolved finally to direct the City Budget Office to submit the projected budgetary impact of the declaration of Naga City as HUC. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
That's all for the report, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilor Gail Abunal Gomez. Next item, please.
Next is the committee report on the Committee on Appropriation, held last January 19.
Committee on Appropriations, headed by Councilor Elmer Valdemoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, may I request the acknowledgement of the committee report, Committee on Appropriation.
Your report is duly acknowledged.
There were no quorum, Mr. Chair, so may I request for the conversion of the plenary as the Committee of the Whole.
We are converting the plenary into the Committee of the Whole.
There were 4 items that was discussed. Item number 1, first endorsement dated January 6, 2026 of the Acting City Budget Officer forwarding the 2026 annual budget of Sangguniang Kabataan o Barangay San Isidro Naga City, as embodied under SK Resolution Number 3, Series of 2025, involving the amount of 790,752 and 40 centavos for review. May I go directly to the disposition?
Okay,
Mr. Chair?
please.
On motion of the Honorable Jesse R. Albios, duly seconded by Ms. Diasis, the committee resolved to elevate the matter to the Sangguniang Panlungsod and to recommend the passage of a resolution declaring the 2026 annual budget of Sangguniang Kabataan o Barangay San Isidro, Naga City for calendar year 2026 as embodied under SK Resolution Number 3, Series of 2025, involving the amount of 790,752 and 40 centavos as operative in its entirety. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Any second?
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Item number 2, first endorsement, dated January 7, 2026, of the Acting City Budget Officer forwarding the 2026 annual budget of Sangguniang Kabataan o Barangay Triangulo, Naga City for calendar year 2026 as embodied under SK Resolution Number 12, Series of 2025, involving the amount of 1,731,519 and 60 centavos for review. May go directly to the disposition, Mr. Chair.
Yes, please.
On motion of the Honorable Jesse R. Albios, duly seconded by Ms. Diasis, the committee resolved to elevate the matter to the Sangguniang Panlungsod and to recommend the passage of a resolution declaring the 2026 annual budget of Sangguniang Kabataan o Barangay Triangulo, Naga City for calendar year 2026 as embodied under SK Resolution Number 12, Series of 2025, involving the amount of 1,731,519 and 60 centavos as operative in its entirety. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Third item, endorsement of the Acting City Budget Officer forwarding the 2026 annual budget of Sangguniang Kabataan o Barangay Concepcion Grande as embodied under SK Resolution Number 13, Series of 2025, involving the amount of 1,839,965 and 40 centavos for review. May I go directly to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of the Honorable Jesse R. Albios, duly seconded by Ms. Diasis, the committee resolved to elevate the matter to the Sangguniang Panlungsod and to recommend the passage of a resolution declaring the 2026 annual budget of Sangguniang Kabataan of Concepcion Grande, Naga City as embodied under SK Resolution Number 13, Series of 2025, involving the amount of 1,839,965 and 40 centavos as operative in its entirety. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Any second?
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Last item, first endorsement dated January 12, 2026 of the Acting City Budget Officer forwarding the 2026 annual budget of Sangguniang Kabataan o Barangay Mabolo, Naga City as embodied under SK Resolution Number 6, Series of 2025, involving the amount of 1,409,354 and 50 centavos for review. May I go directly to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of the Honorable Jesse R. Albios, duly seconded by Ms. Diasis, the committee resolved to elevate the matter to the Sangguniang Panlungsod and to recommend the passage of a resolution declaring the 2026 annual budget of Sangguniang Kabataan o Barangay Mabolo, Naga City as embodied under SK Resolution Number 6, Series of 2025, involving the amount of 1,409,354 and 50 centavos as operative in its entirety. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Any second?
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilor Elmer Baldemoro. Next item, please.
Next is the letter dated December 23, letter of Mr. Atanasio Godisano, the second branch manager of Bicolanda Drug Corporation, containing their comments on the proposed ordinance on bridge fill program.
Any comment? Yes, Councilor Gail Abunal Gomez.
Yes, Mr. Chair, that concern is pending with the Committee on Health and Nutrition.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Next item, please.
New business. First item is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Mendoza entitled an ordinance localizing Section 11 of Republic Act Number 11032, Ease of Doing Business and Efficient Government Service Delivery Act of 2018, amending ordinance number 2004123, the revised Revenue Code of Naga City, particularly Section 48 thereof, by setting the anniversary date as the date of renewal of mayor's permit, prescribing guidelines for its implementation and for other purposes.
Committee on Ways and Means.
Next is the letter dated January 12 of Punong Barangay Alfonso Rodriguez of Barangay San Felipe seeking assistance in the completion of the documentary requirements for the implementation of the multipurpose building project in their barangay funded under the General Appropriation Act.
Yes, Councilor Rosales.
The resolution which we passed earlier already responded to that request. So we
Okay,
just
thank
take
you,
note.
Councilor Rosales. Next item, please.
Next item is a letter dated January 12 of Mr. Hernan Hipolito, CSBA President, seeking permission for their group to be allowed to occupy certain road or public space along J. Hernandez Avenue and Abelia for vending purposes.
Committee on Market Affairs.
Next is the first endorsement dated January 14 from the Acting City Budget Officer forwarding the 2026 annual budget to Barangay Balatas.
Committee on Appropriations.
The proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Albios amending City Ordinance number 2001-056 promulgating rules and regulation on segregation and proper disposal of garbage in the City of Naga.
Committee on Environment, as well as Committee on Health and Sanitation.
Next is the letter dated January 12, 2026 of Fire Chief Inspector Josephine Baranda.
I think this was already tackled. Next item, please.
Next item is the annual budget of the Sangguniang Kabataan o Barangay Bagong Bayan Norte.
Committee on Appropriations. Next item.
Next item is the annual budget of Concepcion Pequeña de City.
Again, Committee on Appropriations.
The proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Mendoza, an ordinance institutionalizing a functional disaster risk reduction and management in health system within the citywide health system of Naga City.
Committee on Disaster Risk Reduction Management.
Next is the other matters.
Other matters.
Letter dated December 9 from Melissa Grace Martinez, Director for Commission on Audit pertaining to SP Resolution number 2025-622 entitled Resolution Condemning in the Strongest Possible Terms the Pervasive and Unimaginable Corruption in Public Works Projects throughout the country resulting in the criminal and heartbreaking waste of public funds and the denial of essential services and of a better life for Filipino people, informing of their actions taken relative thereto.
We take note of this letter.
Letter dated January 2 from the Philippine Councilors League inviting all members to the 2026 National Congress and first quarterly continuing local legislative education program on March 4 to 6.
Again, we take note of this letter.
Letter dated January 13 of the Honorable Jefferson Romeo Felix seeking consideration for his absence for today's regular session due to his attendance at the Safe and Sound Cities Programs Regional Global Learning Network Roundtable on January.
We take note of this letter coming from Councilor Jefferson Felix. Yes, Councilor Baldimoro.
and also correction to his attendance in this session.
Okay, please. Madam Secretary, please take note of the comment of Councilor Baldimoro.
Yes po. Next is the status report of infra projects for the month of December implemented by the DPWH, Camarines Sur 3rd District Engineering Office, and the list of projects to be implemented within Naga City.
We take note of this particular report. Next item, please. Councilor Rosales.
Nominal voting.
Nominal voting, Mr. Chairman. May I move to transfer to nominal voting all ordinances approved on second reading, and therefore move to approve the same on third and final reading.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Move to adjourn, Mr. Chairman.
Adjourn na.